Hello everyone on the stream. Just want to let you guys know I just tweeted because my website just updated to show the live stream, so you guys are a little early because I am going to give it a couple more minutes for people to join before I do the pre-stream. However, FYI, today we will be concluding Firewatch here on the stream. From what I'm to understand, probably about an hour to an hour and a half left, depending on how much more exploration I actually do. Some people are saying if you know what to do, I could beat it within 30 minutes, but I certainly don't want to rush through it. I've been enjoying the game and taking my time with it. So, you know, that's how I've been liking it. Yesterday we played for over 3 hours, and a lot of people said the game was under 3 hours, yet I played it for over 3 hours, and we're not even done yet, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So that's how I'm approaching the game. If we do end the stream early, that's perfectly fine, because I have many things to do. I'll start working on my Unravel review, and then, you know, I have to work on my Firewatch review. Lots of edited content coming this weekend, but we're going to talk about that a little bit on the pre-stream. But, all right, give it a couple minutes, and I'll be back. We'll do a full pre-stream here, and then we'll get started. Today is Saturday, February, excuse me, I almost forgot the date, February 13th, 2016, and welcome to my gameplay stream for today. This may be a shorter one than usual, alright, which is perfectly fine. Today we're going to be finishing up Firewatch. This is a game which I played yesterday for around 3.5 hours, and was very pleasantly surprised. You know, a lot of people criticize Firewatch and say it's a short walking simulator. I will counter that. I will say absolutely it is kind of like a walking simulator, but unlike other walking simulators that I've played recently, I really think that through narrative and story and a few surprise events here and there, that this game does a great job of making a walking simulator entertaining. Compare that with the game such as Everyone's Gone, or was it Everybody's or Everyone's Gone to the Rapture? I always forget which word it was, but that game that I played in the summer of 2015, where the entire game was wandering around with absolutely no direction. You had no map, so you had no idea if you were even going the right way. You could miss 90% of the content if you didn't know what you were doing. Miss half the cutscenes, and the game really didn't require you to do anything but walk. This is different. This game, you know, you need to do some minor puzzle solving. There's a lot of narrative interaction between you and Delilah, the other, you know, woman who's, well, the other person who's out, you know, as a Firewatch person in this, national park, forest, whatever it's supposed to be. There's a lot of mystery elements and stuff going on. It's just a well-executed game, in my opinion. It's really found a way to take a game with minimal gameplay, but make it engrossing and interesting and fun, and it hooks you. Like, I am hooked. I absolutely cannot wait to see how this game is going to continue and end. So, in regards to that, just so everyone is aware, I'll say this up front before we get started with gameplay on the stream today. I played for a little bit over 3 hours yesterday on the stream. Now, a lot of people had already said this game's only 3 hours long. Obviously, that's not the case as long as you are taking your time, and you're looking around, and you're investigating, and you're looking for the extra dialogue options and stuff, which I did. You know, I didn't just run through it willy-nilly, you know, trying to get to the end, and I've played for over 3 hours. I'm really enjoying myself. Now, in regards to how much longer we have, I don't know, obviously, because I haven't beaten the game for myself, but I can tell you this, a few people who have beaten the game contacted me. One person said, no, you know, they actually played the game for around 5 to 6 hours, and it was a pretty enjoyable experience because they took their time similar to how I'm doing. Someone else said, well, you know, based on what everything is like, I'm sorry, excuse me, based on how far I got yesterday, I have no idea why I said what everything is like. Based on how far I got yesterday, I could beat this game today in as quick as 30 minutes. As quickly as 30 minutes if I just run to the end and I don't really take my time. But it could be over an hour or more depending on, you know, depending on what happens. So we'll see. I mean, this could be a very, very quick stream. This could be a longer stream. It all depends on how things go. We'll see. And I'm gonna play it by ear, and I'm certainly not gonna rush. I'm taking my time and enjoying taking my time. So, I hope that you are liking that about the playthrough as well. You know, a lot of people this day and age tend to still think it's funny. I had my eyes opened a little bit this morning because I ran over to my forums on thekingofhate.com, and there was a post from a new poster, and I said, let me take a look at this post, and the post basically said this. Usually I'm a person who considers themselves a detractor of Phil. I do not watch his videos. I only watch This Is How You Don't Play, but there have been very few detractor videos recently, so I figured I would actually give Phil, you know, a chance, and I decided to watch his pre-stream and the first part of his Firewatch playthrough playthrough because I was intrigued by this game. Everyone seems to be talking about this game this week. I checked it out and I was pleasantly surprised. Phil was not making, was not complaining about the game constantly, was not insulting the game devs constantly, wasn't making sex jokes constantly, which seem to be the things that everyone still thinks he does, because when you look at the This Is How You Don't Play videos, that's pretty much what they highlight. The few moments where those things may be happening, they try to make that as if that's the entirety of my game playthroughs, which they're not. But, I started watching it, I got hooked. I'm pleasantly surprised. If this is some of the changes that Phil's making in 2016, this could be a great thing for him. And I read this post, and I'm like, if that doesn't open your eyes to what the outsider of someone who doesn't watch my stuff but only watches these negative videos on YouTube, if that doesn't open your eyes to, like, their viewpoint, I mean, let's face it, from 2008 to 2012, I was popular on YouTube as being a YouTube gamer, right? I was the guy who I would play games on launch day, I would play them from start to finish within 2 to 3 days, and I would have the full playthroughs up relatively quickly. Now, I wasn't good at the games most of the time. In fact, if you remember, when I was getting started from, 2008, I had jumped back into gaming after being away from gaming from such a long time because I was off playing competitive Street Fighter, and I really wasn't into console gaming or anything like that. I was just playing Street Fighter for a long-ass time. So I was jumping back into these games, and I was doing terribly. I mean, let's be honest here. I was flubbing the games, not knowing what I was doing. I was swearing constantly. I was getting super pissed at the games. I was yelling and screaming at the game devs. And, it became a running joke where I would play a game and I would kind of suck at it. A lot of the times I wouldn't even pay attention to the tutorials or whatever early on in the games. And then I would suck at them and I would rage. And that was kind of the hook. A lot of people thought that was something interesting. Here's a guy who's a Joe average gamer and he's taking a crack at these games of which he's never played these kind of games before. He's sucking at them. It's funny to see him rage, and it's also funny to see him persevere, after being so bad at the game for a long ass time. Yeah, he insults the game devs or whatever, but that's the running joke. And I became popular, super popular on YouTube for doing that from 2008 to 2012. Why all of a sudden in 2012 it became a negative thing and people flipped it on its head and said, oh, he sucks at games, he doesn't deserve any kind of notoriety or attention, why would anyone watch this guy's stuff when all he does is swear and curse and make sex jokes and blah blah blah. And I don't know, I'll be honest, it's weird because I definitely know that over the years that I've done this on YouTube, I've talked about this many times in the past couple of years, that I've evolved as a person. I've evolved not only as a content creator, but as a person. I've become a lot more mature. I've become a lot more serious. I feel that when I do this ongoing streams and gameplay and I share this with you, that this is not just me. Yes, it is just about me enjoying the game. Of course, if I'm not enjoying the game, you're not going to enjoy what you're watching either, but I want to give these games a fair shake. There's a lot of games these day and age that I'm trying out that normally in the past, I never would have given the time of day. This game that I just played this week, Unravel. Are you kidding me? Do you really think I would have played that kind of game in like, say, 2010? Absolutely not. I would have said, forget that. It's not a big release. It's not a big deal. It's a cutesy little platformer. Screw this piece of shit. And I would have never given it the time of day. And that is such a close-minded, seriously, it's such a close-minded approach, in my opinion, especially now that my horizons have been broadened in the past few years to so many great indie games and so many great smaller games that I always skipped over and I never paid attention to, right? And then you look at these gems, these diamonds in the rough, like Undertale. My God, what a great game. And I didn't play it in 2015 because I was so busy with the big games, right? So I feel I have matured, and not to say that when I'm playing a game, am I never gonna make a sex joke? Of course not. I'm gonna make it when I feel it's either funny or it's appropriate to make that kind of a thing. You know what I mean? And it's okay to actually, every once in a while. Now, if the entire playthrough, dicks, ass, titties, nipples, fuck, shit, dicks, anal, double penetration, okay, you have a point. But I haven't done that. Are you kidding me? You know how long it's been since I've been like that during a game playthrough? Like a million years. I really do feel that I have progressed and grown as a person and a gamer. I'd say probably in 2013 when I started live streaming, when I started direct capture, I started to open up more to viewer feedback and stop being so obstinate and so stubborn and pig-headed about stuff. And I said, no, I have to get feedback from my customer base and I have to improve or else I'm not going to survive. Some people right now are actually calling out their favorite kind of more smaller level indie playthroughs or games that I wouldn't have played, like Valiant Hearts. Ocelot in the stream chat says Valiant Hearts is his fave indie playthrough of mine. Of course, Howell is saying Persona 4. Yeah, these are games I never would have checked that out. You know what I mean? I never would have done that kind of stuff. So I'm happy that I've come different. Now here's the thing though, and this is funny, I'm reading this forum post and I'm like, yeah, because the bottom line is most people who know me from the This Is How You Don't Play videos or the negative shit that these teenagers, let's be honest, they're young adults who for whatever reason are trying to seek some kind of attention for themselves, which is why they do these negative videos. If that's all you watched, you would still think I'm the same. You would still think that I've never changed, I've never improved, I've done absolutely nothing. I don't listen to feedback. That's the thing. Phil doesn't listen to feedback. You would have to be a complete misinformed idiot to make that statement in this day and age. I directly listen to feedback and directly improve and change things now based off of feedback. Just yesterday, I put out a review for Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. And based off of the feedback that I received on my earlier review this year on Fallout 4, I directly changed the review. I made it more abridged and shorter. I had less text covering the screen. I had a much quicker intro that cut out the old Hateful Truth intro because people said, no, that's the old school, go to a totally new format. I changed so many things based off of feedback, and I'm doing this constantly now. Like, all the time, I'm trying to listen and improve, you know? The whole idea this year that I'm doing not just raw gameplay anymore, but I'm doing streaming and raw gameplay on DSP Gaming, I'm doing edited style content on KO Gaming, and I'm doing increased amounts of vlogging, reaction videos, and stuff like that over on the King of Hate vlogs. Like, all of that is a direct result of listening and, you know, improving based off of what people tell me. And so, I mean, I'll be honest here. It's disheartening, it's disappointing, and it's eye-opening when I read a post like the one that I read this morning on the forums basically saying there are thousands of people out there who think that basically I'm a dickhead piece of shit because these kids are still making these stupid, one-sided, completely erroneous and unfair videos about me. You know, if you want to make it, you want to talk about my Metal Gear Solid 2 playthrough, that's one thing. That playthrough was from what, 2012? But to say that things like, I'll be honest, playthroughs like Bloodborne or Metal Gear Solid 5, I'm sorry, and you know, I'm gonna stick up for myself here. I really took the effort to do well in those games. Whether it was in Bloodborne, you know, playing and practicing, and yeah, I did a lot of offline grinding, but in a lot of ways that actually made me a lot better at the game too. And I took my time to explore every little area of the game. I fought all the secret bosses in the game. You know what I mean? Like, I really put a lot of time and effort into my Bloodborne playthrough last year. And then Metal Gear Solid 5, are you kidding me? That was a game that I played for a month straight. I did almost all of the optional content besides the repetitive grinding missions. I really, again, made an effort to learn the sneaking. And if you actually watch the playthrough instead of these one-sided bullshit videos, you would see that 95% of the time I actually did well. I gave Kojima tons of props, both in the playthrough and in my review of the game. And the negative shit that people say, oh, Phil sucked at Metal Gear Solid 5. That is an erroneous statement. It's 100% erroneous. No, I didn't suck. And a lot of people would say, well, it's the easiest game in the franchise. Fair enough. Then why is there a This Is How You Don't Play video? And why are there thousands of kids who think that I'm terrible at that game when in reality I was very good at it, you know? It's annoying. And it's very frustrating, you know? For someone like me who this is my business, this is my livelihood, this is something I love doing. I mean, I wouldn't still be doing it, trust me, with all the shit that I've gone through recently between fucking DDoS attacks and swatting and personal harassment and threats, being doxxed, getting all kinds of fucking copyright strikes and shit against my channels that are completely illegitimate, and then going through contract renegotiations and not even knowing this year if I'm gonna keep my business afloat. Do you really think I would be fucking doing this if I didn't like this? You know? Seriously, you know what I mean? And it sucks that I really have no defense against it. I can't stop people from making those videos. I can't. I have no legal recourse because YouTube does not allow you to take legal recourse unless you sue people. So unless I spend thousands of dollars for a lawsuit for every video that I want to try to get taken off of YouTube, it will never happen. And sorry, I'm not filthy rich, and you know, I don't have the power to do it. And it sucks because a lot of people say, well, you know, these other big YouTubers, there's people who do it too, but they roll with the punches. It's like, yeah, because they're big YouTubers. When you have hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of views on every video, when you have millions of subs, it doesn't matter if a few people make negative videos about you. Difference was, I was at a point in my career, say around 2011, 2012, right, when I was very different from where YouTube was going, and I was one of the few people kind of holding out with these long form let's plays. And because of I was such a different style from what other people were doing and being successful, I was an easy target. And keep in mind, I was kind of alone on YouTube. I wasn't in a group where I had the support of other YouTubers or anything like that. I was completely alone. And you know, you see other people who kind of have watched my style of content, and they themselves have mixed it up or evolved or changed it, and they've become successful on YouTube, and that's a great thing. But I became kind of the brunt of, oh, this guy's just playing games on YouTube and doesn't deserve success. And it sucks because I have nothing to, you know, to really do it again, to protect myself. You know what I mean? Really. I'm not really sure what I could do. I read this forum post and I was like almost touched. I was like, damn, there's people out there who really would enjoy my stuff if they would just give it a shot and not believe these really nasty, negative things that are still to this day being said about me, even though they're completely untrue at this point. You know, like, it would be one thing if back in 2012, every playthrough that I did was just me stomping my feet and screaming and complaining and swearing at game devs and sucking at the game. That's certainly not what it is anymore, right? And, but that's not what you would be led to believe by this shit. Anyway, I digress. You know, it is what it is. I'm gonna keep pushing forward positively. As you know, at least I know that I've improved, and those of you who are here every single day, know that I've improved, and I'm not that person that I used to be, and I'm happy to know that at least every once in a while there's someone who's willing to give me the time of day and check out my stuff and say, oh wow, Phil really isn't the negative douchebag that a lot of people say that he was or is or used to be or whatever. And you know, if more people were like that, and if more people would actually give me the time of day rather than just listen to the sheepish group mentality of, you know, this is how you don't play, I think honestly I would probably be a top gaming YouTuber. But that's the problem, is I kind of became the viral mentality, the viral movement to make fun of me rather than actually give me a chance is absolutely insanely ridiculous. You know, hundreds of thousands of views that go on these negative one-sided bullshit videos that are completely fucking untrue. Anyone could take anything that someone does and only highlight the fails and the rage and the moments of weakness and say that that's who they are all the time, and it's wrong and it's unfair and it's bullshit. You know, and a celebrity can sue a fucking tabloid and make them retract a story or whatever. I have no recourse, and I'm certainly not a celebrity to begin with. So, all right. Anyway, let's get we're gonna get started here with the conclusion of Firewatch. I really don't have too much else to say on the pre-stream today. I just wanted to talk about that a little. Yeah, there's not much else going on today. I'm actually, after if we do end this stream early, I'm gonna work on review. I'm gonna work on my Unravel review and maybe even the Firewatch review. We'll see. I don't know how long the stream is gonna be. Later today, I'm going to see Deadpool, which from all reports is not only an amazing movie, but it may break box office records. Apparently, it's already made 90 million, and it's only Saturday. So just imagine the box office draw from Saturday and Sunday. It may break, you know, maybe break records. That's pretty awesome, especially for an R-rated superhero movie, of which we haven't seen an R-rated superhero movie since the 90s, at least one that was any kind of mainstream. So this will be very interesting to see how it goes, and I am very excited to see the movie later today. And yes, tomorrow I will be doing a reactions video. You know why? Because I'm going to see it late tonight, so obviously I'm not going to film and put out a reactions video tonight. I'll do tomorrow during the day. It'll be great. I cannot wait to see the movie and to give you my reactions to it. So FYI, just a quick summary of what to expect in the next few days. Right now, we're going to conclude Firewatch. After I'm done with the stream, obviously I'm going to upload these videos to DSP Gaming, and I am also uploading a new episode of DSP Tries It tonight. So their new DSP Tries It over on the King of Hate vlogs tonight. Tomorrow, I will be completing and releasing my review for Unravel, as well as completing and releasing my reactions video to Deadpool. So 2 new videos tomorrow at the least, all right? Plus, I'll be releasing the weekend preview on Sunday night, so you'll know how I'm going to be covering Street Fighter V the next week, because I actually have some exciting things to announce for you with my coverage of Street Fighter V that I think you're really going to like. One special little event that I'm going to do during the week. That'll be fun. And I'm also going to be doing some patron stuff Sunday night, patron perks and stuff like that. Monday, I'm hoping to release my Firewatch review, and if I have time, it all depends on, you know, how things go on Monday, I may actually do a reactions video to the final released Batman vs. Superman trailer. I have not seen it yet. I know it released like Thursday. It was either Thursday or Friday, and I just didn't have a chance. You know, I'm too busy with my other stuff, and I haven't seen it yet. So I might watch the trailer, and if I have time, I'll do a reactions video. I want to do one, but that's the thing. I'm now in the midst of so much stuff going on that it's hard for me to do all these videos that I want to do, but we'll see. So at the very least, you're gonna have like 3 to 4 edited style videos in the next couple of days. You may have more, all right? Monday night is the first time I'm talking about this publicly. This is official now. Monday night, 9 p.m. Pacific time. As long as PlayStation Network updates properly like it's supposed to, I'll be playing Street Fighter V live on stream at midnight when it releases. I'll probably just take like 1 character maybe and go into training mode and then jump online and do some online gameplay just for my first official session of the game, and I'll probably suck horribly, but I want to get a flavor for the game. I want to see what the game is like, the final retail released edition. So yeah, that's going to be a special midnight release event, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern time, Monday night, as long as it works. I hope it works, fingers crossed. We don't know yet. We won't know until we actually try it and see what happens, because remember, the beta was hit or miss. I just want to let everyone know that is happening. And then I'll be covering Street Fighter V all this week, but I'll go into further detail about that on the weekend preview tomorrow, okay? That's it. I'm not even going to do any plugs today on stream. I just don't feel like it. I really don't. You guys know how you can help me out, spread the word, and my Amazon Associates link, and Patreon, and my girlfriend's business, The Black Current. I don't need to go into detail about it today. I'm just going to get right into Firewatch, and let's do it, all right? So thanks for being here, everyone. I certainly hope that you're enjoying the ongoing playthrough. I love this game so far. I'm very excited to see how it ends, and I think we're going to do that right now. All right, that's it. Peace out, everybody, and let us start with Firewatch. Well, let us finish Firewatch. This is hilarious. I just went to grab my mouse, and I grabbed my little sound effect maker instead, and I almost clicked it like a mouse. It's like, oh, my cursor's not moving. I don't understand. All right, thanks. Let's get started. All right, let's do this, everybody. Oh, wow, my headphones are on the other side of the floor. Hold on a second. Grab my headphone. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, my cord was loose and was making a loud pitched sound. There we go. All right, let's boot her up. All right, let's continue. Whoa, holy shit. Did you just see that? Whoa, that was pretty interesting. Everything loaded and popped in at the same time, and that looked wild. Well, we're right where we left off. Yeah, I saved here yesterday. Right here past Pork Pond, and apparently we're still here. All right, so here we go.